lifestyle-approved retirement scheme. The time by Sagicor Life is
7 o'clock. Tonight in CVM News at 7, major changes afoot. Traffic ticket fines to fund road safety campaign. Transport operators concerned amid promised changes. Sex in schools, a worrying trend. Also this evening, child scammers driven by tech explosion. Ministry warns against the practice. In the business report, reducing the region's poultry import bill. And in sports, EPL title to be decided on Sunday.
From Kingston, Jamaica, this is CVM News at 7. I'm TK Dawkins.
And I'm Carolyn Brown. It's Friday, May 17, 2024. Thanks so much for joining us. Now, while the proliferation of technology and social media has revolutionized the way we communicate and access information, there are also significant concerns regarding the exposure of children to sexual content.
Our news team understands that in recent weeks, a female student in Western Jamaica was allegedly pressured into engaging in sexual conduct in a public passenger vehicle. This was just one case of a growing trend. Ronaldo Adams has more.
What appears to be rising incidents of students engaging in sexual activities at school are a growing concern. Experts attributed this trend to increased access to explicit content online, peer pressure, and a lack of comprehensive sex education in homes and schools. Sexual educator Shellyan Weeks notes that sex in schools isn't a new phenomenon, as she witnessed it in her day too. The big difference now, smartphones capturing everything. She calls on the Ministry of Education to take firm action.
I think it's about time that education steps in and do what it's supposed to do, and that is have a comprehensive sexual and reproductive education curriculum in schools. They need to know. We cannot continue to put our head in the sand and act as if, as long as the adults don't say anything, the children will never find out. They are not only finding out, they are trying things. They are getting very excited, and they think that it is there for them to enjoy, and they are going to see the consequences in the long run, and that is what we're seeing right now.
She emphasizes that parents play a crucial role in sexual education.
If you intend to keep your child ignorant, do not teach them to read and do not give them a smartphone. They can read, and whatever they can't read, Google will show them a video of it. If you do not intend to have a frank conversation with your child or the young people around you about sex and sexuality in a fulsome way, and when I say fulsome way, they need to know about the risks and the responsibilities. They need to know their anatomy. They need to know what can happen when you fill in the blank. They need to know what the feelings are and why they're feeling the feelings.
President of the Jamaica Association of Principals of Secondary Schools, JAPS, Linvern Wright, is also concerned by this worrying practice.
Because it's not just a ministry problem. It's a home problem, it's a parent problem. It maybe is how we actually think we should enjoy ourselves. We have got to think about how we do these things and do them better. Because we must enjoy ourselves. But I think we have got to be responsible about it.
Wright says adults are at fault too.
Is that we are finding in our schools that many of the sexual matters have a lot to do with adults who are actually just invigilating these children to really be involved with them and then behaving as if they never knew anything. They must understand that even if a child pushes his or herself on you, you have to understand as an adult that as a more responsible person, you are to guide that child away from that. Let the parent know, let the school know, so we can counsel that child, we can guide that child to understand that that ought not to be the way they behave.
Ronaldo Adams, CVM News.
A man was shot dead last night in Cedar Grove, Manchester. But while the police are probing the incident, it's reported the deceased was convicted of previous illegal activities. Here's Trisha Gay Kelly with that update.
This is the area where Dwayne Danville was gunned down. Reports are that at about 9:30 p.m. on Thursday, Danville was walking along the Cedar Grove Main Road when he was approached by unknown assailants. DSP Kerry Duncan, head of the Manchester Police Division, says Danville was hit multiple times.
When he was approached by two men who brandished firearms, one of them men opened gunfire, hitting him all over his body. Mr. Danville was pronounced dead at the Mandeville Regional Hospital.
Following the incident, the police confirmed that the deceased has been incarcerated on more than one occasion.
So our database is indicating that Mr. Danville was in fact incarcerated on at least 4 occasions for offences related to larceny.
Danville is said to be in his 30s. Trisha Gay Kelly, CVM News.
With road fatalities increasing, the government has moved to change that narrative through the implementation of new policies and protocols while upgrading its current resources. This includes enhancing the breathalyzer system, as well as providing cameras and additional equipment to the cause. Trisha Gay Kelly shares this story. In 2023, 425 deaths were recorded on the nation's roads, but the government wants to reduce that number. In an attempt to do just that, new policies will soon be implemented and current ones upgraded. That's according to Prime Minister Andrew Holness, who, along with the National Road Safety Council (NRSC), hosted a meeting on Thursday to address matters regarding road safety. Prime Minister Holness says a total elimination of road incidents is the objective.
To ensure that there are no accidents in Jamaica. And that's our starting point. It's important that the public accepts and appreciates that Jamaica can be accident-free. And that's not just aspirational, it is a very practical thing to strive for.
Among the plans announced is the resumption of the demerit point system. A driver can be fined and or his or her license suspended if 10 to 14 or more points have been accumulated. But one stakeholder does not believe this method is very effective without the drivers being advised how to prevent a recurrence.
We need to look beyond demerit points and look at retraining for people. When you take away my license, I should not receive that license back until I can show that I have done some training, at least a 2-day training or 4-day training in certain aspects of road safety.
But while lauding the government's efforts, he says these promises should not be a repeat of past experiences. Newman is ready for action.
We have been here before. We have been here maybe 15, 18 years before saying the same thing. What needs to be done, that we need to walk the talk now. From the time of Bruce Golding, we have established a road safety council second to none. Well, re-establish a road safety council, and I think that we really need to move from here.
He's welcoming the public education and enforcement promised. Holness had announced in his presentation that the money collected from traffic tickets will be used to fund an educational campaign. Only time can now tell how effective the government's plans will be. Trisha Gay Kelly, CVM News.
The Helsher Phase 3 booster station, a critical upgrade for the community, was officially inaugurated today. The station is designed to improve water pressure and ensure a more reliable water supply for residents. This new infrastructure is part of a broader initiative to enhance the quality of life in the area. Now, after the ribbon cutting, attendees toured the Newland Road Pipeline project, which represents another significant investment in the region's water infrastructure, aimed at boosting efficiency and service delivery to locals. Now, the event also saw participation from various stakeholders eager to welcome the advancements in the area.
The search continues for missing 29-year-old St. Peter Claver Primary School teacher Daniel Anglin. Anglin, who hails from Sun Drive, Helsher Park, St. Catherine, was last seen taking an InDrive, a vehicle share service. She's reportedly not been heard from since Monday when she disappeared. The Jamaica Teachers Association has since joined the call for anyone with information on the missing teacher to come forward. Relatives on social media say Anglin left for work but never arrived. Anyone with information on the missing teacher is asked to contact the nearest police station.
Now, Jamaica may have become a scamming central to many parts of the world. However, effort is now being made to prevent children from following in the footsteps of negative influencers. Here's Trisha Gay Kelly with more on that.
Scamming is on the rise, and though it has become commonplace, there are still surprises lurking in the act. Children becoming involved. Minister of National Security Dr. Horace Chang says it's not as shocking as many may think.
It must bear in mind that it is a technical operation, and those who grew up in the digital age, so to speak, with cell phones, smartphones and iPads and things, can easily access scamming. And an economy with limited opportunities. Some of the young, quite bright kids find it the easier way to make a living.
He says the children have developed an entirely new ecosystem, but the ministry wants to meet the students at an early stage to curb even the very idea.
I think there's a recognition that we have to approach the management of our children in a different manner, and we have to engage them more at a younger stage. And I think that's where we're heading now.
Dr. Chang adds the ministry is considering placing officers in early childhood institutions to monitor and support students in a systemic way. This, he says, will guide the students in the right direction. But the strategy will also tackle leadership in institutions, which the minister notes is another factor in how students conduct themselves.
We have to look carefully at the leadership in schools which demonstrate challenges. So the chairman, the principal, and the critical supporting staff, guidance counselor, school resource officers, which we are going to have to introduce on a broader scale, will have to be examined. Leadership is crucial to overcome the challenge in the schools.
Trisha Gay Kelly, CVM News.
And we'll continue with CVM News at 7 right after this.
Jamaica and make your money grow. Invest in Mayberry Jamaican Equities Bond, a safe and purposeful way to invest. How? We carefully invest your funds in top local companies, empowering you to profit from multiple businesses, not just one. With a minimum investment of just $20,000 and an interest rate of up to 10.5% per annum, it's more than just growth. It's profit with purpose. Discover more at www.profitwithpurposeja.com or contact your investment advisor for full details. Profit with purpose. Invest with Mayberry.
School. It was really good, but I'm really hungry. Can we get some juicy patties?
Sure we can. We never see a boil up patty like you.
Hey son, you good?
No, Dad, I'm starving. Can we get some juicy patties?
Celebrating moms everywhere.
Join us this Sunday, May 19 at 8 p.m. as we rewind the 2023 Gospel Star competition. See the 10 talented finalists vie for the title of Gospel Star 2023. You don't want to miss the rivalry and eliminations each week. That's Gospel Star 2023 Rewind, Sundays at 8 p.m. right here on CVM TV.
I'm Celine Gordon, host of Holy Road.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your boy John Mark Wigan, host on the show Holy Road. Listen, people need to know what's happening in the churches and in ministry in all of Jamaica. It's an absolute blessing. We're really excited to share this.
Tune in to CVM, see it happen.
It's Gray with space. Gray
time!
Raised ball into the middle, it's a free header, and it's a goal!
Welcome back to CVM News at 7. The government's public sector debate competition is one to look forward to. It's rather interesting as it features issues that are quite topical in the country. From crime and violence to poverty, public sector workers use the opportunity to air their opinions. Trisha Kelly has the details.
The public sector debate competition has become a significant calendar event for the government, serving as a platform to engage in constructive dialogue and brainstorm potential solutions to the nation's issues. The event is now in its third staging under the Ministry of Finance and Public Service. Minister Nigel Clark says it's an opportunity to witness the thought process of various individuals.
The debate competition allows for the value of inclusivity to reign supreme, because you're going to hear very different ideas coming across the debate table. Even members of the same team would approach the problem in different ways. You're going to hear opposing points of view and diverse perspectives.
But each year, the numbers grow as more entities express interest in the competition. Organizer for the debates, Executive Director at the Transformation Implementation Unit, TIU, Maria Thompson Walters, says her team has had to make exceptions to facilitate more entrants.
And our cutoff is 20 teams. This year, with the amount of teams that reached out, the amount of organizations that reached out, we had to increase that. So this year we're at 26 teams. And I shudder to think what next year is going to bring us.
But the ultimate goal is to find solutions to Jamaica's major issues. Dr. Clark says this can be achieved by viewing the country's affairs through the eyes of the people.
For our public service to operate at the level that we need it to operate, we need diversity to flourish, and we need to be able to listen to the points of view of different persons and have all of those perspectives be brought into consideration.
The competition begins in May and ends July. Currently, it's facilitated only under the Finance Ministry. The TIU's hope is to expand the competition to include other areas of the public sector. Trisha Kelly, CVM News.
When the Black River Police recently hosted a post-Mother's Day appreciation service, little did two remarkable officers know they would be the ones honored. Raheem White shares the moment.
The event, which was initially intended as a tribute to mothers, took a surprising turn as Corporal Karen Austin and Corporal Pearline Simmons found themselves at the center of attention. These two women have been quietly making a profound impact on their communities, particularly in their efforts to assist vulnerable and at-risk children.
But the stories of two mothers that we heard, and when we listened to those stories, we felt that these were not only mothers of their own biological children, and as Ms. Wellington alluded to, those who care for others. And these stories to us really meant a lot.
Not only did they dedicate themselves to protecting these children, but they went above and beyond, taking them into their homes. But their commitment didn't stop there. They ensured that these children went to school and gave them the support they needed to succeed.
In 2012, Corporal Austin found a schoolgirl wandering in the Santa Cruz market. She was taken to the station at Santa Cruz, and after contacting several children's homes, she was unsuccessful in getting her housed. This girl was taken to her house by the police to stay with her for the night. And instead, she stayed with her for 5 years. While posted at the Lacovia police station, a young boy about 5 years old was found by citizen wondering. He was unable to give his parents' name or where they lived. However, with the quick thinking of Corporal Simmons, the parents were located and the child returned home safely. Because of this, he's now a policeman today and had returned to thank her for helping him that day.
The post-Mother's Day event became a platform to express gratitude and admiration for these extraordinary women whose dedication and compassion have undoubtedly made a profound difference in the lives of countless children and families. Raheem White, CVM News.
CVM News at 7 will continue with the business segment right after this.
With the same old insurer, taxes, minibuses, coasters.
Your association TUDS and Marathon Insurance Brokers have negotiated the lowest premiums ever. A 2015 Toyota Probox valued at $1.4 million. Your comprehensive coverage is $75,000. Pay as low as $30,000 for third-party coverage. A 2014 Toyota Hiace valued at $3 million. Your comprehensive coverage is $173,000. Pay as low as $40,000 for third-party coverage. A 2012 Toyota Coaster valued at $4.5 million. Your comprehensive coverage is $250,000. Pay as low as $77,000 for third-party coverage. Call your association today or call MIB Insure 876-929-1468.
No worries. Big savings.
This 10 seconds of calm is brought to you by Catherine Speak. Everything good.
Make a difference. Join the March for Palestine Coalition and take a stand against apartheid and colonialism. Come out to Mandela Park in Halfway Tree this Saturday, May 18 from 3 to 5 p.m. as we march in solidarity with Palestine. Let's come together and honor the anniversary of the Nakba. Come take your stand against apartheid and colonialism. See you there.
Welcome back. In the business report, a major initiative is underway to reduce the region's food import bill by 25% by the year 2025. The focus is on the poultry value chain, which plays a crucial role in our food security and economic stability. The strategy involves boosting production and productivity through targeted investments, digitization, and the adoption of new technologies. Poultry meat is a staple in the region, accounting for over 80% of all protein consumption. However, it is also the highest imported meat product, with annual imports totaling $149 million. The OECS member states alone import poultry worth $54.5 million. In Jamaica, the situation is particularly telling. As of 2022, 75% of hatching eggs were imported. Jamaica Broilers is the only local company with a hatchery, meeting just 40% of the country's fertile egg needs. Joseph Cox, Assistant Secretary General for Economic Integration, Innovation and Development at the CARICOM Secretariat, addressed these challenges and opportunities at the Caribbean Poultry Association's 7th International Technical Symposium in Trinidad and Tobago.
In order to achieve the requisite transformation of the regional poultry sector, we must focus on retooling and reinvestment and providing greater access to affordable capital and financing, including trade financing, which will incentivize the entrepreneurial classes to undertake the risks that necessarily accompanies economic progress. However, the region continues to perform suboptimally, with indicators for registering property, access to credit, and the cost of finance being perennial problems. Indeed, measures to tackle high interest rates in the Caribbean could include improving the reformation of the respective banking acts to afford a greater degree of flexibility in terms of collateral requirements and a basic understanding of the intricacies of agricultural and manufactural sectors, which could potentially reduce information asymmetry and risk. Collateral requirements as high as 185% of the total loan value or the line of credit to obtain funding remains a major constraint to business within the region. In fact, the rejection rates for loan application across the region remain strikingly high on average, which according to one of our multilateral development partners, only 18% of firms applying for credit have been successful.
And that's it for the Business Report. CVM News at 7 will continue right after this.
Baby, who no hear the news? T20 cricketer come back a Sabina. So me want to come back to Sabina. For South Africa team I come to contest with T20 squad. So me want to give them on support by coming back to Sabina. Enough prizes and surprises. So please come back to Sabina.
Watch all 3 matches live on CVM TV.
Join us this Sunday, May 19 at 8 p.m. as we rewind the 2023 Gospel Star competition. See the 10 talented finalists vie for the title of Gospel Star 2023. You don't want to miss the rivalry and eliminations each week. That's Gospel Star 2023 Rewind, Sundays at 8 p.m. right here on CVM TV.
Chance here from outside!
Raise ball into the middle, it's a free header, and it's a goal!
Look who we have in the cut. No, today episode I got nice. Legends, Senator, my longtime brethren, the great, all-star, the king, and the man himself. Salute! You know, as a man, we're not too go as specialists, and that's the pinnacle of the problem. We want some new era. Do what you love and you never work a day in your life. Lie! You work till you're weak. It was pandemonium. Country people can't relate to me I talk about.
What you think about me no matter, you know. What matter to me is what me think about myself.
Man United, I don't care what man want to say.
You know, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, man.
You finished?
Yes, we finished.
The Cut is brought to you by Flo and Guinness.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
What's your story? What's your sign? Who dreamers? Don't care what other people say. We're doing this in our own way. We come alive. We come alive. We come alive. We're doing this in our own way. We come alive.
I'm Celine Gordon, host of Holy Road.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your boy John Mark Wigan, host on the show Holy Road. Listen, people need to know what's happening in the churches and in ministry in all of Jamaica. It's an absolute blessing. We're really excited to share this.
Tune in to CVM. See it happen.